Hey,
Good to see you, brother.
good,
Hello,
man, always
hello.
good to be seen. Look at you, sir. How you doing?
Good.
So
Hey, by the way, I was
we're
Oh, we're
what's
live,
live.
today,
brother. We're
Monday?
live.
Okay.
See, this is what happens when you get all your elected officials together. We just really love each other in Southeast Queens. Everybody is excited to be in each other's company, and I'm excited to have all of you here and be a part of this program tonight. So guess what, family? Southeast Queens moves, turns two. Woo! And the crowd goes wild. So for those who don't know what this is about, let me just explain a little bit. And we're going to have people coming in and participating throughout the community. I'm joined by two of the individuals who have been helping to drive this initiative every single week with me since its inception. And it was a conversation that I had with one of our elected officials saying we have to do something to keep ourselves honest. Well, let me just speak for me. I needed to keep myself honest with making sure that I was moving. I'd rather watch other people work out and the weight fall off of me. Guess what? That didn't work out too well. That you actually have to move something. And you know, when our registered dietitian, faith-based dietitian that I love so much speaks, she will talk about the correlation between moving and even the diet that you have. It's 80% what you eat. We'll get into that later. And 20% moving. But moving helps you to really be in a position where you can mitigate these underlying conditions that are killing our community. COVID-19, nobody expected to see what we saw in COVID-19. It was beyond any of our wildest expectations. But what it did raise is the fact that we are living in a society where we see in our communities what happens when we don't take care of ourselves. So back in April of 2019, I reached out to one elected and it turned into two. And then I said, let me call everybody and just ask them if they would be willing to be a part of this initiative, if they would be willing to support getting our community moving. This is something that was a labor of love to just start the conversation because every one of our elected officials worked tirelessly in our community to advocate for our resources, to be a part of all of the programming that they provide in order to give us a healthy, financially stable, well educated children, seniors that are cared for, and they battle day in and day out on the floors of our New York State Senate, our New York State Assembly, our New York State City Council, and one of the most important down in DC with our very own Representative Meek. So we're going to kick off this celebration of 2 years of moving as a community, making sure that we're advocating for the health and wellness of every single citizen of Southeast Queens. So the Congressman, as always, is busy on the road taking care of business, but he wanted to make sure that he sent a message to us today so that we can underscore the importance of our health. And I want to thank, and I'm going to thank each of them individually as I introduce them and speak for the time that they have put into being here tonight. So let's go ahead and listen to this message from our Congressman Gregory Meek. So let me make sure that the video is playing for us. I tell you, doing standby, and here we go.
Southeastern Queens, Congressman Gregory Meeks here. You know, it's been at least 2 years since we joined the grant, as well as our people's dietitian, Elizabeth Madison, and all of the local elected leaders of Southeastern Queens to get our community moving, to lose pounds, to stay healthy. Now, we want to check on you to make sure that you're still moving. So we want you to make sure that you're moving at least 30 minutes every Tuesday and Thursday. Now you can choose to run outdoor, walk outdoor, do the treadmill, any aerobic exercise. It's whatever you decide. And after you complete your exercise, we want you to do a video or a selfie and post it with the hashtag SEQ Moves. And then tag me at Rep Gregory Meeks and also tag at SEU Moves. We can stay healthy and we can do it together as a community. It's just that simple. So, hey, Al Green said, let's stay together. I say, let's move together.
Thank you so much to our Congressman Gregory Meeks that represents Southeastern Queens. We thank him for being the leader of the work that happens each and every day, some of the work that we take for granted as a community that he is advocating for each and every day. So I'm so grateful to Congressman Meeks for his continued support. And I love that. Like Al Green, let's not just stay together, let's move together. We're going to have to quote the Congressman on that. And now I'm excited to introduce another one of our tireless public servants, our Queens District Attorney, none other than Miss Melinda Katz. Thank you so much, DA Katz, for making time to be here. The microphone is yours. Oh, we need you to unmute. Uh-oh.
Well, thank you very much, Dr. Stacy N.C. Grant. Thank you for the work that you do. Thank you for gathering all of us about exercise and working and moving and making sure we stay healthy during this pandemic. I want to thank all your elected officials that are on the call. If I start naming people, I will get in trouble. But it has not been an easy year for the legislature. They are getting work done, even though many of them have to Zoom in and go up to Albany, and also in the council. But Stacy, Dr. Grant, I just want to thank you. I, as a mother of two, as a single mom who's raising a 10-year-old and a 12-year-old, and I don't mind telling your viewers, a 55-year-old single mother who's raising a 10-year-old and a 12-year-old, the idea of exercise, the idea of making sure we stay healthy. I will tell you that my sons, and just so your viewers know this, had issues with their eyes because of the iPads and because of the computers, and they ended up, one of them ended up having to get glasses the last few months. The other one already had glasses. And I think that's really crucial to watch out for as well. It has been a long year. It has been an emotional year for so many. And it's not just about, our health. It's about a worldwide pandemic. It's about a national conversation on how we police in the United States of America that was so long overdue and stood on the shoulders of generations of those activists that came before us. In my job, bail laws have changed twice. Discovery laws changed. We now have legalized marijuana. We have a bunch of changes that are important, I think, to start reaching equity and start reaching some sort of balance. And so, look, I just wanted to come on. I think during the time of COVID, it's important to remember to still check on people. We're still not there yet. We still need to wear our masks. We still need to get vaccinated. We still need to get tested before we go see our, especially elderly parents and all that goes with it. We need to make sure that we are keeping others healthy as well. I will only tell you that and send out two messages, which is that we in our office have a domestic violence hotline because of COVID and because it's hard to report. It's 286-4410, 286-4410. And if I might take one extra minute, Dr. Grant, I want to also warn everybody of a scam that is going on in Queens. It is an elder fraud scam. Someone calls you and says, I have your grandson. He needs bail money. Or it's someone saying they're your grandson, and the phone is going back and forth, and you can't really hear them. Please send me money, Grandma. I need it to get out of jail. And so I just wanted to point out those two, scams that are going on every day in our borough. In addition to the important work we're doing of getting guns off the street and gangs, we're also trying to lift our kids up with education and with crisis management and cure violence and everything that goes with that, and divert people from ever seeing the inside of our courtroom, because that's when streets will be the safest that there is. So stay healthy. Hopefully the kids will be back in school next year safely. And for now, let's just keep each other in our prayers and make sure that we all continue to take precautions against this virus. Thank you.
Thank you so much, DA Katz. We know that you arranged, all of you, to be here tonight for a few minutes to hop in and hop off. So as our electeds are given the grace to go back and do what they do and even catch their breath, because in COVID, the lines are blurred, like you're working 24 hours a day and no one gives you a break to stop and catch your breath and be with your family, your children. So we are not going to keep you long, but DA Katz, we thank you for your words as well. And it's a lot, even for moms. And just sharing that, two parent households are having a hard time, single parent households,
Yes.
grandparents raising children. So this is real. And health and wellness is the only way we can stay sane. Like moving literally helps you stay sane. It helps you to deal with the mental health challenges that all of us have experienced due to this pandemic. So thank you so much. And we are going to move on to our next speaker today. But before we do that, I want to thank those of you that are tuning in online. Share this, especially if you're a resident of Southeast Queens. Share this in our Black Resources Network. We're going to shout them out. Laurelton Farmers Market, one of our partners there with Diana Rose. We have Elizabeth Madison here and Captain Nadira Brown, retired Army captain. So we thank her for her service. She does the Tuesday challenges. And let me just tell you, this is about community. Our goal is to create a resource directory for Southeast Queens that every health food store, every practitioner, every trainer, every resource that we can pull together for health and wellness. And shout out to the Queens Girls Trek with Simone Meeks that I walk with, to our Faithpreneur Fitness Initiative. It's all about how do we pull everybody together. There's no competition in SEQ Moves. It's how do we raise and amplify the voices and opportunities for us to be healthy. Not everyone is going to resonate with everything. Captain Brown does some challenges, honey, that if I can get half a plank in, I'm happy. So you have to work with who you can work with. We have fitness centers, but the goal is for us to be healthy. So thank you so much, Ms. Prasad, tuning in. We have Dr. Eanes from York College. What she doesn't know is that we're going to be leaning on York College to give us some interns to help us with social media and the website so we can really build out this community initiative. It's 2 years old, so the baby is just starting to crawl. So we need all the arms and legs of our elected officials to help support us with the resources so that we can keep Queens healthy. So we're going to move into New York State Senator Leroy Comrie. Then we're going to come over to a recorded message from New York State Senator James Sanders. And then we're going to make sure that our councilman is working out. He's literally working out in real time with a group of kids. So we want to give him a chance to do that before he has to jump off. So Senator Leroy Comrie, one of the people that I go to with every idea, and he never tells me I'm crazy. So I appreciate you, New York State Senator Leroy Comrie. You're up next. The mic is yours.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Dr. Graham, for putting this together and creating this idea. And I would never say no to someone that has such great ideas and such community spirit and is always looking to give back to our community in such a positive way and in such a wonderful manner. So as Southeast Queens Move turns the second year, I want to just congratulate you for keeping it going and pivoting during the pandemic to make sure that people are working virtually. You and Sister Madison have pivoted well during the pandemic to make sure that nutritional information and opportunities are going out to people, that people can understand that they can be fit even if they're stuck indoors. So, I want to thank you both and encourage you to keep doing everything that you're doing. Hopefully it'll motivate me better soon. I need to get better at the motivation. But once we get out of budget, I'm going to start meeting with our Councilmember Miller and Adrian Adams, who never ages, to continue to work on getting healthier, because I enjoy opportunities to engage and interface with the entire community. I enjoy the opportunities that our Southeast Queens Moves has done. It has impacted a lot of people, and as we continue to work with all of the partners that are existing now and the partners to come, we're going to make sure, as Councilmember Miller likes to say, we're on a mission to make Southeast Queens the healthiest area in the city. So it's going to take a lot of work from all of us and a bit more work from myself, but we're going to get it done for all of us. So I'm I'm actually got to jump because we are still fooling around with budget. Assembly Member Anderson and myself in the state Senate, we still have meetings. We will probably be up until 4 o'clock in the morning, trying to lock down and finish this budget because it's important. But there's some good things coming in the budget. We are going to be able to expunge people's records that were on misdemeanor marijuana charges. We're going to get more money for cure violence programs. There's going to be dedicated money to youth programs coming out of sports betting money that's going to happen. We're also getting dedicated money to make sure that we do other things in our communities as well. And definitely focusing around making sure that we can make our communities to help those that are in most need and to help those that are going through issues with poverty, going through issues with health, and especially going through issues with employment. So I just want to thank all of you for being such great partners on the Southeast Queens move, and also great partners in the community, because without you guys, our community wouldn't thrive. So thank you all for being part of this. Happy 2nd anniversary. I look forward to being out there in one of those walks real soon. Take care, everybody.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Get vaccinated, please. Everybody get vaccinated so we can go back to hugging each other. Thank you.
Yes, and you know I missed the hug, so thank you so much, New York State Senator Leroy Comrie. Go on back to budget.
And the beard is coming off after budget. So.
But it looks good. I like the look on you.
I can't hang with it. I can't. All right. Take care, everybody.
All right. Thank you, Senator. We appreciate you. So I'm going to give Councilman Danique Miller an opportunity because he's patiently waiting to jump into the exercise routine with a group of kids. So he's doing this in real time. And then we have a message from New York State Senator James Sanders that we will play and then take it over to Assembly Member Anderson, one of our newest Assembly members in Southeast Queens, and my girl, one of the newest Assembly women, New York City Council women, our own Salvina Brooks Powers. I'm so excited. But of course, my sister, Councilwoman Adrienne Adams, will be speaking first. We know we're going to make sure that I just love you all. I don't know about everybody else in the country, but Southeast Queens is where it's at. We have the best public servants ever. We do it unified. It's not about one person. It's collectively. How do we make sure our community grows? So, Councilman Danique Miller, over to you.
Dr. Grant. And